Today we're up in Portland, Oregon, and we're out just checking out the waterfront and some of the cool areas around here. There's a lot of really beautiful scenery here, and it's a great day for a scooter. It's hot, but we got a little bit of overcast, which is great because it kind of cools off a bit. And we're out here on our solar P1 series scooter because this thing is just incredibly portable, and it's great for folding up super small and throwing it in your car on a road trip. And for stuff like this, where you're way out in a really pretty location like this, and you just want a quick scoot ride, and you don't want to bring, you know, your monster scooter with you, this works really great. It's tough to beat the solar P1 series. They're incredibly powerful for their size, but they fold up crazy small because of the folding handlebars, and just the overall frame size is so small and so great, especially for road trips. And if you look carefully here, you can see our tailpiece mod here, and I did a video about that. I'll leave that in the links below so you guys can check more about it, but it's just a killer addition when you're on a long trip, just to be able to put your foot back there. A really nice extension of the deck. Works great, super comfortable, but it's a really easy mod to do, and it makes for a better looking scooter in addition, but super comfortable, much more comfortable to ride, especially for long trips and things. Portland is really one of the prettiest cities, I think, to ride in, just in general, especially down by the waterfront. Lots and lots of really pretty scenery and trails and paths and stuff, and it really makes for a great scoot. And on a day like today where it's just beautiful, I mean, you really couldn't ask for better weather. Looks like the sign up here might say no scooters allowed. We'll take a run down here on the Riverwalk. This actually circles the whole island. So let's see, no scooter riding, no roller blading. Oh, that means us. Well, let's put down here anyway. We'll see. They can kick us off. Too pretty a day not to be able to enjoy this. It's just such a really pretty area, especially down here by the Marina. Oh, check that little bunny out. That little bunny was nice. Out here munching on the grass. Can't blame him. Look at all these little rabbits out here munching on the grass. Look at this guy right here. Little guy hopping along. Those are happy bunnies. We'll pick up a little speed here just in case Mr. HOA here decides to make some calls. These guys seem pretty protective of their personal sidewalk back here, so we're gonna come buzz along here. Yeah, it's cracking up. Watching all these little bunnies and rabbits running around munching on the grass is just, I don't want to run over any of them. Oh, somebody coming up. We'll take a quick detour here, and we'll run back along the backside of these guys. Nice one wheel, man. Hell yeah, get ripping on that. We'll take a cruise down here by the Marina. And it's just, you know, beach weather's awesome for taking a scooter in, just because it's so nice and so refreshing. There's where we want to go, right there. Yeah. And this makes for just a great ride. I love coming down here with all these all these floating houses and stuff. Just, I don't know what it's like to live there during a storm, but sure looks cool. Love this park. Speed limit's 20. We're doing 40 miles an hour. I'm sure they won't mind. One thing's great about the Solar P series is they're so small and nimble, you can just pick it up and throw it over the potholes. I love popping the front wheel and just riding over them. Super smooth that way. This thing is so quick. You don't get a whole lot of beach air out in Central Oregon because we're right in the middle of the state, so really nice to have a little bit of fresh air. It's got little beach vibe to it. We'll head on down this way a little further, get up here on the sidewalk. There's a killer restaurant down here right by the marina that serves probably the best ahi fish tacos I've ever had, so we gotta hit that direction because I am definitely feeling like some fish tacos. That, a little bit of Modelo ought to be perfect day for it. Yeah, definitely jonesing for some ice cold Modelo Negro and some fish tacos. Ooh, got the yacht club. I bet that's nice. Wonder if you have to own a yacht to go there. Probably. Great little market down here, and restaurant called the Island Cafe. Been here a bunch of times. Really nice. Down here hanging on the marina. So, few things say scooter day better than killer fish tacos and beer. Back from taco time, and this trail caught my eye. So this is a real good test of these all-terrain, or these dual tread tires. For these kind of gravel paths and stuff, man, this thing is great. Let's see where we end up here. Whoa, the sand is getting deep down here. So this isn't really like, whoa, almost bought it by any stretch. Whoa, that was close. Wasn't really like a, dirt path. It's definitely not like, road tires, but this is definitely working out the suspension, especially the front suspension of this little Solar P series. Not really made for this. We'll cruise through here and see how far we get. Little beach. Check it out. Not at all what I thought I'd find at the end of this trail. Sweet. I'll have to come back down this way. Bring some beer and fish tacos. Let's see if I can make it through that quicksand again without going over the front handlebars. There's an actual beach back there. All this time I never knew. But it did give me an opportunity to do a little bit of off-roading. Now the P-Series suspension is really not made for that. The short, especially with all this sand. I mean, this is just like a torture test for dual tread tires, but honestly, these are doing pretty well. I mean, it's kind of shocking, but it's just like chewing up these trails like no problem. Especially on this compacted gravel, it's really smooth here. Nice. Cool little beachfront down here. And just these open paths. Okay, we'll just cruise out here in the middle of this open field. This is pretty bumpy. And probably a real test for these tires. Because these tires are definitely not made for this kind of stuff at all, with these roots and stuff sticking up. But it is a nice way to just test the overall performance of them. I've done a complete review on these tires, just in terms of like, how they behave. I'll leave that in the info and the links below just so you guys can check them out. But these dual tread tires, man, are amazing. And, we're really going kind of over these open fields and stuff. I mean, this is really a torture test for any tire in terms of just punctures and that kind of stuff. And so this is a great way just to kind of see, the performance of them. They're really not designed for this stuff at all. But hey, this is living proof, man. These things really do allow you to go just about anywhere you want to go at the last minute. But I will say that one of the things that is really the nicest thing about these tires, I mean, they get punctures and everything just like any other tire, but the self-sealing gel that's inside of them is truly amazing. And I hope that all tires eventually begin to go to this technology, because it is just amazing not to have to worry about that and deal with it when you're driving around, especially going through stuff like that, open fields and things, something clearly, you know, that they're not really designed to do, but not having to worry about it. One thing about this town is it's got a shit ton of bridges. Pretty much everywhere you look, they're going across the river or the Columbia or part of the ocean. So here we're actually heading northbound right off the 5, headed towards Vancouver. So headed into Washington. What a trip. So check out this bike path. It goes right alongside the traffic and it goes way up in the air, like crazy high, all right along this railing here. Pretty sketchy. We're crossing the Columbia at the moment. And I gotta say, it's pretty satisfying to be able to be going faster than the cars. I'm not even going fast, but this traffic is always a nightmare. And I've gone over this bridge a million times in a car. And at this time of day, 5:30, 6 o'clock, it's always a standstill. Now here's where it starts getting pretty sketchy. See how far up it goes ahead there? It's a little sketchy, but it's actually pretty fun. And we are way the hell up there. I mean, you can see off to the right. It's a 100-foot drop. And I'm down to 2 bars. I really don't want to be pushing the sucker back. Looking at those boats all the way down there, this is one of those rides where I'm really glad these handlebars aren't any wider than they are. But that is really an impressive view. You gotta admit. Wow. It's pretty hard to tell probably from this camera angle, but that's a ways down there. A little sketchy up here, at least on a scooter. All right, let's take off and we'll check out the Washington side. I just noticed that these gates on the left side of these pillars here look like they close occasionally. Glad they're open today. That'd be a long walk back. It is cool that they give you a way, you know, to get all the way across the river without having to go on the highway. And it looks like as we just passed that, this is gated at some point as well. So we are officially in the state of Washington. So I hope their scooter laws don't change. And I also got to thinking, it's also possible that that's it's a metered gate as well. I didn't really think about that. So probably should make sure that's not the case so we have a ride home. I don't want to be walking that if we don't absolutely have to. No. It's interesting that Washington actually has a waterfront, so a walkway that goes along the entire river, and we don't have one on the Oregon side. All right, we're really pushing the boundaries of our range here down to 2 bars, and then we're sagging into 1, so I'm probably gonna have to start heading back here pretty soon. But thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I appreciate you going on the ride with me. Hey, if you liked any of this or you found it interesting, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscription and notification bells. It really helps keep a young channel like this going, and it helps me make more videos like this. I'll be out on some other rides, so I appreciate you coming along and checking them out with me. Ride safe, have fun, get outside and get on your scooter. We'll catch you guys in the next video. This is actually pretty cool. They got river access and everything down here. That's the end of the trail part, but great public way to get down to the actual river. Now I just got to make it all the way back.